Let's bring in somebody who knows a thing or two about this. Get in here,
Dave
Dave Karger.
Right here.
Okay.
When you heard the news about this, what did you think?
What are you talking about? Of course. No, I was shocked. I have to say I was very surprised because the Academy has always been very resistant to change. They are an organization of tradition and they're really purists when it comes to this stuff. But I think, everyone talks about how the ratings have gone down on the Academy Awards over the last few years because people don't know the movies that win. I understand that argument, and I understand that some changes may be needed to be made, and there are other changes that they made, which we'll talk about, which are great. I'm going to give this a chance because I want to believe that the Academy knows what it's doing, but I'm skeptical about it.
And if anybody knows about movies, it's Mr. Movie Man himself. We should mention Turner Classic Movies, Mr. IMDB. He's a special correspondent.
Yes. Yeah, I'm not surprised that maybe you're not totally on board because Turner Classic, you're a classist.
Right.
You're a classicist. As classicist. You're a classist.
Let me tell you,
He's a social climber.
I kind of love this. Am I the only one at the table? I'm so bored sometimes with the Oscars. I'm like, I don't even know the movies that are up for nomination. I haven't seen them. No one's talking about them. No one in my family. None of my friends.
Well, we saw Shape of Water. I mean, we all did. But, I mean, that's like a lot of people are,
But let's also remember, this year at the Oscars, 2 of the Best Picture nominees were Dunkirk and Get Out, 2 massive hits. Both of those movies won Oscars.
Right.
Did they win Best Picture? No. And it's true. The ratings are higher when a movie like Titanic or Lord of the Rings is tipped to win Best Picture because a lot of fans get excited. I just am not sure if this Outstanding Achievement in Popular Film edition is the
way you say it,
is it the magic bullet? So let's say the producer of Black Panther wins that award.
Well,
is that going to make 25-year-olds watch?
This is about Marvel Comics, their movies, like Wonder Woman, Black Panther, getting shut out, Girls Trip, and comedians, and the comedic movies, Girls Trip, Bridesmaids.
Right. And
love them all. They've got
Deadpool. Deadpool.
And let me tell you, I've been kind of envisioning what this new category might look like, and 3 movies that kind of spring to my mind are Black Panther, Mission Impossible, and Crazy Rich Asians, which I know you guys are talking about, which is excellent.
And Mamma Mia 2, here we go again.
Of course.
My winner.
That's number 6. Right. But listen, if there's room for movies like that at the Academy Awards, well then that's good. I'm just not sure that this is the magic solution.
Right, making a separate category for them as opposed to broadening the Academy in a way that for Best Picture they could be included.
They already did that. They expanded from what,
From
5 to 10.
Yeah, but I don't necessarily even mean like expanding the category itself. I mean the voting populace, people who are actually going to be voting.
And they've done that, and it's a younger, much more diverse voting body at the Academy right now.
If you win Best Picture, Outstanding Popular Movie, the best one of all time, are you going to feel slighted? Like, Or are you going to be like, thank you, Academy?
Liz, if you could wrap a Campbell's can in Oscar paint, and I'm going to thank you for it. I'd like to thank the Academy,
it feels
my
a little
mama.
like the People's Choice Award to me. So if you get the popular award, it's like, okay, we didn't quite get the big one, but we got the People's Choice.
And then it makes you think, so let's say there's voters who have their ballots and they're thinking, oh, I really like Black Panther, and maybe I'll vote for it for Best Picture. Oh, but now I have this other place to put it.
I could take them out of the
Put
running.
it hurt its shot for the main one.
My favorite movies this year have been Black Panther and Crazy Rich Asians, the 2 you mentioned. Yeah, my worry is like, will they be shut out of the actual, golden ticket prize?
You're splitting the votes in a way.
It's true. It's so hard to tell, guys.
Well, I think there needs to be clear criteria. Like, to me, is it box office dollars that's going to determine, is this all about, like, the success, or is it social media, word of mouth? Like, everybody's talking about Crazy Rich Asians. And, of course, what Black Panther has done, I think
it's going to be like a taste test. It's going to be a gut feeling for every voter, I think. Because the Academy says that every movie is eligible for both. And I think as the voters are kind of having the ballots in their hand, they're going to say, Crazy Rich Asians, perfect choice for this popular film. Because I think it's going to do very well, and it's a very good movie, but maybe it's not a typical Best Picture kind of film because it is a lighter comedic film.
It also is wild to me that the Academy was just like, we need to make this show more popular. Popular! Like, it's such a lazy, it's such a just word that you hear in high school.
And it bothers me, the word popular. I don't know why, it just bothers me.
And I was thinking, like, what other word could they have used to kind of be a catch-all for all of the kinds of movies that we're talking about? Comedic films, action films. Blockbuster doesn't sound right for the Oscars either.
I don't know if it's, maybe, to me, it should be maybe just the category is comedy and action. Maybe it's kind of like the Golden Globes, the way they separate it, and you get the...
Natalie,
I'm just thinking like the Academy.
We'd like to thank the Academy for Natalie Morales.
Yes.
Who
I
just
like
came
that.
up with an awesome
That's
idea.
a great idea.
It's called Simple.
I like
Keeping
that.
it simple, stupid.
But can we also I do want to say that there are some other changes that they've made
Yeah.
that I'm
Yes.
What are they?
I'm on board with. So they want to make the show shorter. It's always like
Yes.
3 hours and 45 minutes. They want to make it 3 hours long. So they're now going to, some people don't love this, but they're going to be giving some of the awards away, the lesser known awards, in the commercial break, and then still
that.
show the people winning, but in a more edited fashion. The
Okay.
Tonys do that, actually.
good.
Right.
I've actually always thought they should just do away, no offense to people who make short films, but they should just do away with the 3 short film categories, combine the 2 sound categories, because there's 2 needlessly,
Yeah.
into 1, and then that way you go from 24 categories to 20.
Yeah.
But that would be a good
And
way
the
to do it.
Drain the
telecast, they're
swamp.
going to move it up a bit too. Does that, and that's sort of February 9th, but it's
Yeah.
not this time around.
2020, they're going to move the
2020.
Oscars about 3 weeks early, which I also think is great because right now I think there's too much time between the nominations and the actual awards where you're just sitting there for over a month like who's going to win. Everyone's pretty much in the Academy already seen the movies when they're nominated. So as soon as the nominations come out, have the awards 3 weeks later.
But this
Much better way
popular,
to do it.
best popular, is this going in place this time around?
Yes.
So we'll see what that
I think
is
it's
like.
kind of fun. Let's shake up the Academy.
It's-
bit.
yeah.
And if it's a
It sort
total
of is.
bomb and
Yeah.
an egg sucker, we move on.
Also, the problem is that so many of these movies that win that are amazing, like Moonlight, for instance, is they're not accessible to everybody. They're not released,
Yeah.
nationally
Yeah.
like that, and so there should be something for everybody.
Yes.
Right, and that is the great, great thing about the Oscars, and I say it over and over again, is that it shines an amazing spotlight. This is the #1 non-sports telecast
Right.
of the year, even if the ratings are going down. Shines a light on movies like Moonlight, Shape of
Yes.
Water, 3 Billboards, even Get Out. Some people probably didn't know about Get Out, and in the far reaches of the country
You better
It was
get to
everywhere.
knowing about it.
exactly. But thank God for the Oscars
Yeah.
because it does all of those great things, and I hope it continues to do it.
And thank God for you, the great Dave
Oh, you're
Karger.
sweet.
The
As soon as we heard the news, now
Dave
it's like, get him in here, and of
Right?
course you
Great to see you
Yes,
guys.
I'm
Great
like,
to see
we
you.
need him.